Live. My name is Essentials. The fight will stop so hard, stop let the new legacy begin. Talk about the recent school shooting that took place in Minneapolis. We talk about the recent school shooting that took place this morning in Minneapolis. I have kids, so I have something to address, a personal thing to address regarding that. So yeah, as soon as I get some people on here, I'm gonna start talking. What's going on? What's going on? As soon as I get some more people in here, I'm gonna talk about the recent school shooting in Minneapolis today. As soon as I get some more people in here. Everybody's been kind of dry lately. I got an important message I think must be heard in regards to our kids in schools across the nation. I'm a father, so I got something seriously to state about this. How you doing, Salate? How you doing, Salate? Is it Salate or Salate? I don't want to mispronounce your name. Thank you for coming to the channel. You know, as you seen the title, I'm talking about. As you seen in its title, I'm gonna talk about the recent school shooting that took place in Minneapolis, Minnesota, this morning at a Catholic school. I think it consists of both middle kid schools and elementary schools. Yeah, two kids passed away today. 17 people were injured. 14 of those people were kids. It's a serious problem behind some person, some young adult that was going through some kind of mental phase, an identity crisis, from my understanding, flipped out and decided to go shoot up a Catholic school and basically blamed his problems on some kids. He took it out on some kids. That's a problem. That's a big problem. But yeah, well, thanks for joining the channel. Give me a like if you like what I'm talking about. As soon as I get more people on here, I'm gonna open up a wider discussion. Excuse me, I'm trying to multitask. I'm trying to do a bunch of different stuff right now. You see, I'm doing chores and I'm multitasking with my lives and stuff. I'm trying to keep my channel, somewhat active. I don't want to fall. I don't want me and my uncle's channel, our family channel, to fall too far from the spotlight. But yeah, give me a like if you like what I'm talking about. We gotta protect our kids. If you got kids, try to get involved with your kid's school as much as possible. I don't know, try to become a volunteer, whatever process you gotta do. With technology these days, they got a lot of different, ways you can get involved with your kid's school. Try to join some kind of volunteer program for your kid's school. Probably might have some kind of council for the school. You get on a little council. You can help with different events to get set up, for your kids to have fun. Help with your kids' education as much as you possibly can. It's good to be involved with your kids' school, and try to get, try to be more in person or more informed when it comes to your kids' school, on what's going on. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Trying to get some more people up in here. We're gonna talk about our kids' safety at these schools across the nation. As you know, it's your boy, Mr. Ambitious, coming to my native city of Los Angeles, South Central section. Born and raised, the fight don't stop until the heart stop. Let the new legacy begin. And the topic of legacy today, protecting our kids in these schools across the nation from these people who have mental breakdowns and decide they want to shoot up, the schools in order to take out their frustrations, which is wrong. Taking out their mental frustrations, innocent little kids that just trying to go to school and play and stuff to get educated is wrong. We gotta protect our kids. We gotta protect our kids when they go into school and more involved in our kids' schooling, not just drop them off at school and take off the other way. We got to be involved. We got to be more hands-on in our kids' education because we're relinquishing our duties temporarily, from our kids, from our protection to these schools. When we release our kids to the schools, they are in the school's custody. So we have to be involved as much as we can, for our kids' safety and for their education. We gotta take it more. We gotta take a more responsible role. We can't just drop them off and leave them there. We gotta be as much as involved as we possibly can. And we should take advantage of our today's, most upgraded technology and be involved in our kids' school as much as possible. Because there are crazy people out there that will shoot up schools, because they're having a bad day or having whatever type of mental breakdown they're having. They will take it out on our kids. You can lose your kid just like that. Within a snap of the fingers. Within a snap of fingers, man. Within a quick instinct. And once the person leaves this earth, they ain't no coming back. That's it. You gotta protect your kids. You gotta protect your kids. Kids are innocent. They don't deserve that. Gracelyn Brinkley. What's going on? Grayson Brinkley, what's going on? I'm sorry, I was doing a lot of talking. I'm just trying, I'm just describing what what I'm going to be talking about in regards to my title. I'm just giving a little, quick demonstration or a presentation on what I'm going to be talking about. It's just a serious issue, going on across the nation. Not just LA, not just New York, not just Chicago, not just Minneapolis, across the nation. School shootings are starting to become a problem now across the nation. There's been way too many incidents within the last 10 years. Way too many incidents. It needs to be better controlled and monitored. And parents need to get involved in our kids. If you got kids, or even nieces and nephews, we need to get involved with the kids' schooling as much as possible to make sure they're fully safe, or that they're more safe, and they're more monitored and protected at all costs, at all times. Well, yeah, what's going on, Grayson Brinkley? What's going on? Thanks for joining the channel. Give me a like if you like what I'm talking about. Feel free to share this live as well. Feel free to share this live as well. I don't know if let me see something. As soon as I get some more people on here, try to share it live so I can talk about this issue so we can get more thoughts and so people's voices can be heard about these school shootings. I'm trying to get more people on here. So share it live if you can, if you have the resources to. And let's try to get this on board so I can quickly express my thoughts, from being a parent myself about these school shootings, especially the school shooting that just recently transpired this morning at the Catholic school in Minneapolis, Minnesota. 2 kids lost their life, 17 people was injured, and 14 of those 17 people were kids that were injured. That's not a good thing. That's really evil for a person to be going through some kind of mental crisis. They go just randomly shoot up a school with kids, and take out their frustration on kids when they don't got nothing to do with their problems. Innocent kids just trying to get their school and play and stuff, enjoy young lives. And for them to get a major surprise, a rude awakening from a school shooting like that, that's very unacceptable, and that's evil. It's evil heart. No excuse for that. I don't care how mental a person is. There's no excuse for that. I'm in Los Angeles. I'm in the United States. I'm in Los Angeles. Cali, you know what I'm talking about? The sunshine, one of the sunshine states. On the West Coast. Basically, thanks for, thanks, Charlotte. Thanks for joining the channel. Again, correct me if I said your name wrong. Sorry, my bad. If I did pronounce your name wrong. But basically there was a school shooting at a Catholic school for kids in elementary and middle school. It's a school and combination of that consists of kids in the elementary school grades as well as middle school grades that go to that Catholic school, right? In Minneapolis, Minnesota, they was basically praying. It was early this morning, before 10 or something like that. They was basically praying in their school, doing their regular routine, and all of a sudden, gunshots. Some dude walked up to the window and looked, and to basically see, to scope out his victims, which were kids. He seen the kids, and then he started just shooting off through the window. He started shooting through the window, and then he hit 17 people. 2 kids died. 14 people of those kids were injured. Kids ducked underneath. You could have got more kids, but thanks for some of the heroic teachers, they led the kids to safety, whether it was like the kids' gym or to like some kind of a further off room somewhere or something like that. And they had them hide in certain spots. Thanks to some of the heroic teachers, it could have been more casualties than that. But since we have some heroic teachers on board at the Catholic school in Minneapolis, Minnesota, it wasn't that many lives lost, or it wasn't that many people hurt. But still, I give my condolences and my blessings to the people who lost their kids and to the people who kids got hurt. Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. But share it live, like I said, if you can. I don't know how many people will get on here today. I just wanted to speak about that real quick. But if you like my what I'm talking about, check out my content and feel free to subscribe. Because I talk about a lot of national emergency type of issues that be taking place. Like, this is my zone. I talk about things from police brutality. I talk about kidnappings. I talk about people getting attacked on random bus stops. I talk about all that stuff. I talk about a lot of stuff. But this is one of my main zones of what I talk about: public safety, and basically being awareness to your surroundings while you're traveling. This is one of my main things that I talk about. So if it interests you, go ahead and subscribe. Check out the content. If you like it, go ahead and subscribe. And feel free to share the channel. Share live. Come back again, because I'm going to be dropping, me and my uncle's going to be dropping videos on the regular. At least 3-4 times, at least 3-4 days a week, we dropping videos. Probably 5 days a week. We're dropping videos at the minimum 5 days a week, for sure. For sure. Yeah, it happened this morning. Like I said, 17 people were injured. 14 of those people were kids. 2 kids lost their lives today in the process of that, this tragedy, because of this sick person who was in their early 20s. I heard that person went to that school when they was little too, and it was having some kind of from my understanding, from what I gathered from news articles and from watching the news on TV, that basically this person had some kind of mental identity crisis they were going through in regards to their gender. They was having some kind of identity crisis with their gender. They was having a problem with identifying what gender they want to be. So it was a man, right? But he was having problems with a gender identity crisis, a gender crisis, whatever you want to call it. So he had a mental problem with that, and they say they gathered up some evidence from his YouTube accounts and different social media accounts that he was posting videos about, guns, different displaying different guns and weapons, and also he had posted some information that he was going to attack. Like, he gave some clues that he was going to attack that school, basically, in his social media, accounts just recently before he actually conducted that school shooting. He actually showed some proof, a little bit of proof, paid some kind of way of some kind of evidence just recently before he took place in that school shooting. So he has evidence on his social media and his YouTube account, basically revealing that. I don't know what's his name. Well, I don't remember his name, but they said they gathered some evidence from him doing that, posting on his social media accounts that he was planning some kind of shooting at that school that he used to go to in Minneapolis, in Minnesota, a Catholic school. So this was premeditation. He was already planning it in advance. That's even more sicker. He was already planning it. He didn't just randomly think it. He was already thinking like in advance. Ain't no telling how long he was planning to shoot up the school. But he had some kind of problem with that school, obviously. Whatever he went through when he was going there when he was younger, made him hate that school in some kind of way, whatever, right? Some kind of bad memory, I don't know. And he also was having an identity, a ginger identity that he was dealing with for some trauma, right? So he took all this frustration, all this stress he was going through, and he let the kids have it. He released all his stress and his evil intentions on the kids because of what he was going through. That's never okay. I don't care about how many years a person been going through a mental crisis. They never should sacrifice little kids because of the pain they're going through in their own mental state. They should never sacrifice little kids. Let little kids pretty much reap the receiving end of their mental depression. Never let the kids be an example of what you're going through. They had nothing to do with that, man. That was pure evil. That's all that was, is pure evil. Pure intentions of evil. The government, President Trump already gave his condolences. He already called the school or something like that. And he gave his well wishes, right? He also told the school to hang up American flags around the school, like mandatory for them to hang up American flags for like the next 5-6 days or a week or something like that in honor of the people who were hurt and in honor of the kids who lost their lives. So yeah, the president said he's going to stay real close with this situation that's transpired. He's going to do what he can to try to help monitor this situation to make sure, something like this is least likely to happen again. He made a statement about it already. But we got to see what's going to transpire with that. Because this is a problem. The mayor already spoke about it over there in Minnesota. And then the Minnesota governor already made a statement. He or she, I think it's a he, made their statement as well. The mayor was on video making it. He made a public video news conference right on video. You can see he was hurt. He was emotionally bothered by it. The mayor of Minneapolis over there in Minnesota. He made a emotional news speech right on video. He was very bothered by it. He was almost like crying in a way. He was very bothered by it. The mayor was like, basically the mayor said something. The mayor said something that pretty much made me want to think, really assess the situation in a more personal way. It made a lot of sense. The mayor said basically that don't just think about, this being somebody else's kids being hurt. Think about it as if it were your kids that was in the same situation that got hurt or lost their lives. How would you feel? How would you handle it? We can't think about it as if it's just somebody else's kids. What if it was your kids? He wanted people to connect to the pain in that kind of way that have kids, or just imagining, if you have kids or not, just imagining, kids being affected by this situation on a deeper level. So the mayor really touched me when he said that. Not that I wasn't already thinking that, but he touched me even more when he said that. Think about it as if It was, as if they were your kids that was hurt in the situation. Think about it from a more deeper perspective. Basically stating that something needs to be done about this. This is never okay to hurt kids just because you have a crisis that you are going through. We gotta protect our kids at all costs, no matter what. Pull all different strings to protect our kids. They are our future. They are innocent. They're still living their lives. They still have a lot of life to live. They're gonna leave this country one day. They're going to leave this country. We have to protect our kids when all are young. No matter what. Kids are priority. Kids are priority. I will put my life on the line to protect my kids. And to make sure all other kids, reap the same type of benefits, We gotta make sure our kids are safe in these schools. That's a priority over everything before everything else comes later. Kids are the priority. Take care of the kids. Make sure they have the right education. Make sure they have the proper safety, whatever they're engaged in. Kids are top priority, always. I'm over here. It's like 85 degrees. So it's hot. I'm over here washing dishes. Hot water's hot. Coming out the faucet hot. I'm over here conversating. I got a shirt on. It's hot over here right now, man. It's hot in South Central Law. It's hot all in LA right now. In LA County. It's hot. We still reaping the full benefits of summer over here. What's going on? Who's on here? Let me know who's on here again. Oh, shit. what's going on. You see the title. Let me know who's in here. Shout out your city, where you from and stuff. Shout out your city. Don't be shy. Shout out your city. I'll give you a shout out. Let me know who's in here so I can know who I'm working with. Yeah. Let me know who's in here. Shout out your city. Let me know where you reside out of. Give you a shout out. Just doing dishes, just multitasking while I'm, discussing this event that just, this tragic event that just recently transpired. Going on? Shout out your city. Let me know who's in here so we can discuss something about this tragic event that just transpired with the kids in Minneapolis. All right. Side for life, y'all already know. Coming out of my native section of South Central Los Angeles, trying to talk about this tragic event with these kids. That's never cool. Politicking on that. Time to politic and protect our kids and create some impactful, powerful discussions that can, maybe we can make an impact with. in regards to protecting our kids and their education. So when people get on here, talk a little more about that if I don't hop off soon. All right. What's going on? I'm out of here. I'll be back on here later on. What's off live? Coming out of LA. Y'all know what it is.